It's October 27th, 2025. I am at Joel Pearl, thejoelpearl.com on Blue Sky, and it's time to get in the weeds. A marvelous Monday. It's nice and chilly in the city of Toronto. The rain is coming for Halloween, but we'll see how long that goes. That's the forecast. That's your Friday forecast, but it's Monday. We're back. It's been a weekend. Things have happened. Jeremy Lambert is here. Are you ready, Jeremy? It's time, because we're going to do it. We're going to talk about...
These shoes rule. These shoes suck. These shoes suck.
Shoes.
So I thought that said "suck it raw."
Well, that's later on when we watch the show.
Was that what was that with shoes?
That was Shoes. That was the song Shoes.
By who?
Never mind. We're not. Well, someone else will get that.
Okay.
Kelly. Her name is Kelly, by the way.
Kelly?
Yeah, Kelly. Not Killer Kelly, not just Kelly.
Kelly Kapowski?
Not Kelly Kapowski. Although, if it was Kelly Kapowski, she'd have a lot more money.
That was a 20-year-old YouTube meme.
Yeah. Although, I think a couple of years ago, she came back and did a recreation of the song.
Oh. Yeah, do you want to play Chocolate Rain next?
I got to cut it. I don't have time for that.
Chocolate Rain.
Yeah, I don't think either of us have the deep voice.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
What was the what in the butt guy?
I remember him. We're so old.
I only remember half this stuff from the South Park episode where
Long Johnson.
Yeah.
Long table. That was a great episode, the meme episode. Oh my god. Anyway, wrestling did not really happen this weekend, so we are free, baby.
I mean, there was a lot of wrestling this weekend. What are you talking about? Saturday night was super busy. I was watching Halloween Havoc. I was watching Collision. The AAA show didn't start till 11:15. They gotta knock that shit off.
They ain't gonna knock that shit off.
So I was watching that show. What else did I watch this weekend? I watched Billy Starks win the JCW championship.
Well deserved.
Obviously SmackDown as well. So yeah, I watched a lot of wrestling this weekend. Unfortunately, I watched some basketball. The Oklahoma City Thunder still undefeated. Fortunately, we play the Mavericks tonight. That means PJ Washington's going to score 80 and we're going to lose. But what can you do? The Avs suck now, so that's unfortunate. So the Panthers are god awful. I had a busy weekend. Went trick or treating with the kids.
It's the 25th, 6th, and 7th today.
Well, usually it's the towns, the different cities do it at like different times, and our town typically does it on the Thursday before Halloween or the last Thursday of the month. But it's supposed to rain a lot this Thursday. So we were like, oh man, we don't want to potentially not go trick-or-treating because of all of the rain. So we looked for another town close by to see if they did it. And they do their trick-or-treating on the Sunday. So we drove over to the other town and just went trick-or-treating over there.
Love the idea that you went town hopping to go trick-or-treating.
Well, yeah, because we don't want our trick-or-treating ruined because of the rain. That's not fair to the kids. So, we just went to... It's not like we do that every year, although that's a pretty sweet idea, honestly. It's just like to go to a bunch of towns and get a bunch of candy. We don't do it every year doing it like that. It's just, if the rain's going to ruin ours, we want the kids to have a bunch of candy, so we're going to... go to a different town and get some candy.
There are some families out there that I'm sure are smart enough to sustain their children for an entire month of October by going to multiple towns over multiple weekends, doing multiple Halloween stints. It works.
I don't blame them.
One week the Johnsons are from town A, and then the next week town B sees them and like, oh, we haven't seen you in a while. And they're like, oh, we've just been inside a lot. They're just having like double, triple, quadruple lives. They're pretending they live in the town, and everyone just goes along with it. But the second they leave, they'll be like, those thieving assholes. And then that's it. They just go back to their own homes, and they're like, yeah, we got all the candy. Suck it, townies.
I don't blame them for jumping town to town, honestly. I don't. Like, why wouldn't you? If that's what you can do, like, go get all this free candy. Some of the kids are older and everything. And they're like, oh, you guys want to go trick-or-treating with us? I'm like, I don't know. I was like, what do you mean? I'm talking to the younger kids who, are all excited to go. And I'm like, can you believe your brothers and sisters? Like, it's free candy. You just gotta walk around and you get a bunch of free candy. What do you mean you don't want to go? You don't know if you want to go. It's free candy. What's wrong with you people? You ain't even really got to put on a costume. By the way, I got a great idea for a costume. All right, if my wife was home, I would have her go get this from one of the kids' rooms. But they got a squid like hat. It's like a giant squid on the head, and so he just went as a squid. He wore a matching shirt, so he's just like it's a squid eating like his head or whatever. Squid Games.
Oh yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah, I told him like you should put like
Twister?
video games or card or board games like boxes, cases, whatever, like on your body and stuff, and you could be Squid Games. He didn't like this idea. That was too dad joke for him. I was like, come on, this is a brilliant idea. One of my favorite costumes as a kid was Serial Killer, where you have like a knife and you have like the cereal boxes on you. It's so good. It's clever. So Squid Games is mine. Find yourself a nice squid hat, put some like games to your body and stuff, and you could be Squid Games, everybody. That's gonna be my Halloween costume. Maybe this year. I don't know. It's if we go trick-or-treating on Thursday, I'll do it. But otherwise I'm gonna do it next year. But Squid Games, everybody. Easy, cheap Halloween costume for everybody out there.
And only like 2 years past its expiration date of.
Nah, they're coming out with like a new one and shit, man.
Are they? Good for
them.
Yeah.
The Squid Games doesn't. It's forever. It's just always going to be a thing.
You should just go as a K-pop demon hunter.
I don't watch that show.
Yeah, neither do I. But here I am hearing about it from kindergartners, being like, "Why are y'all watching this shit?" And then they'll be like, "Oh, we watch it as a family." I'm like, "All right, well, good for you, I guess."
Yeah. Jose asking you have curfew as well for trick-or-treat. Yeah, like the town does it, and yesterday it was in the town that we went to, it was like 4 to 6, I believe. Our town is like 5:30 to 7, so yeah, the town has it to where it doesn't get too dark out and everything. That way kids can get home safe. I mean, back in my day, we'd go out and we'd stay out till 9 o'clock or whatever, just going around trick-or-treating and stuff. But now it's probably smarter and safer this way of let's have a designated day to do all the trick-or-treating, and here's the times that you do it. And so everybody just knows. That way you're not getting a bunch of people like on Halloween coming to your house and like what time are they going to show up type of thing. So I think it makes sense to do it this way. I assume most towns do this. Maybe I'm wrong, but certainly they do in our area.
We don't. I think most people just know at one point to pull in the candy and shut it down. But otherwise,
it doesn't. Yeah, but other people still might just like show up. You know what I mean?
I mean, we live in a big city. Like I live in Toronto. It's a big town. Stuff's just gonna happen. But most of the focus this year will probably be towards downtown because it's a Friday night. So it's probably going to be a big party night for a lot of kids, like a lot of university age kids. So they'll go out, but the trick-or-treaters, I mean, we're going to one of our old neighborhoods because we still have friends up there. And this year we found this is probably the last year we're going to go uptown to do this. But there's a bunch of kids in that neighborhood. So we'll go out for the early parts of the evening and then we'll book it back down here and hopefully go to bed by a reasonable hour, like 8 o'clock. Yeah, we'll see. It's as long as the rain goes, like it's supposed to rain all of Friday morning and into the afternoon. As long as it's done by mid-afternoon, we'll be okay for the rest of the afternoon and the evening. But we'll see. Kids excited to dress up. We did a couple of Halloween parties this weekend that were running through the city. There's a farmer's market that had its like last edition. I guess its last weekend is usually the Halloween weekend, and they do like a dog costume, which is really cute. So we went to go check that out and paint a pumpkin or two. And finally, he went to another party that the city BIA puts on, or this part of the city BIA puts on, and he went dressed up as Anna, which was cute. And he'll do Elsa probably for Halloween itself.
Joel should dress as a fridge door. I like that suggestion from Ryan.
Funny. Nice. They'll call me Joel the Refrigerator Pearl. Let's keep going.
Is that like William the Refrigerator Perry?
Yes,
Okay.
exactly. Yes. I
Jose, you don't have to dox yourself. You may have said this before, and my memory is just so awful. I forgot. DM me on where you are at in Ohio. I don't want you to put that in the main chat again. Get people around you, but if you want to DM me, let me know how close you potentially are to me.
Jeremy and his entire family are gonna pull up to your house, Jose. Get ready.
You better have a bunch of candy. You got 12 kids. You better have all the candy ready.
12 kids, 2 adults. They're going to go ham on your place.
Yeah.
Come on.
I like the parents, by the way, because like I'll feel bad if I take some candy. I want to, trust me. Especially all the parents are out there and everything. Because nowadays, I don't know how it's changed or whatever, but because there's the designated time, everyone just like sits at the front of the driveway and passes out the candy. You don't really go up to the door anymore. It's very rare, like if you're going up to the door at this point. Everybody just sits because they know, again, it's 5 to 7, whatever it is. So they just got to be out there for that time. So like when we're going to the houses and everything, and the candy bowl's there, and the parents are sitting outside, and I just want to like take some candy. I was like, why can't I just go up here and like take some candy? I don't feel bad because like the kids, I'm like, oh, I'm taking candy from the I don't care. I should get this candy too. I'm out here walking around. You know what I mean?
These kids don't deserve it. Come on.
They
kids,
get plenty.
Yes, they don't need all this candy. That's the point.
Yeah, it's true on that. True on that for sure. But there are some parents who are like, oh, mom, dad, you guys want some candy too? I was like, yeah, you were my kind of people. Like, you recognize the hard work we are putting in, and we deserve some of this candy. The kids don't really share the candy either. I'm like, I'm holding your bag this entire time. You wouldn't be out here if it wasn't for us. You know, you can't go out here on trick-or-treating on your own. Like, we deserve some of this candy. They'll be nice. They'll give me some Reese's because they don't like any of that stuff. But otherwise, you got enough candy, kids. We deserve some. I thought yesterday I would 100% do this. I actually thought about this. I thought it'd be very funny of like handing out like little fireball shots to parents. I feel like that'd get you in trouble.
This is actually something that in that neighborhood I was talking about that we go to, one of the families did something similar to that. They were like, oh, do you want a glass of wine while you're here? Because like they were doing like not a haunted house, but like a haunted deck. And the kids could like hang out. And it was like, you want a little bit of wine? And I was like, I didn't have, but I was like, this is hilarious. And they're like, yeah, we know what it's like to be out stuck late doing trick-or-treating. I was like, kudos to you.
I thought this one house was handing out Mick Ultras because they had like a dozen of them on the table where like the candy was and everything. So I'm like, oh, are you guys like handing out Michelob Ultra to the parents? And they're like, no, this is for us. I was like, oh, well, all right, sure, thanks. I was like, you got enough on this table. Like, maybe, I don't know, put them behind your chair or something. Like, when they're on the table where the candy is, I'm thinking you're handing these out to the parents. Like, here, you got a long night ahead of you. Want a Mick Ultra? I wouldn't have taken it. I just thought it would have been hilarious. I don't drink beer. I just thought it would have been hilarious that they're just handing out Mick Ultras to the parents. But no, that was not the case. They were hogging all the Mick Ultras to themselves.
My kid last year went into somebody's house. The door was open. He just walked.
Fair. I respect
it. They didn't care. They were a very nice family. They were just like, oh, he's so cute. He was 2. So it was just funny at the time. I was like, embarrassed because I'm trying to like shutter him or shepherd him out of the place, and he's like, I want to play with this kid with all this stuff, and I was like, nah, come on, kid, get out of here. And they were like, what a cute kid. I'm like, stop encouraging him, he will stay.
I respect it. I like the people, you go around, you see all the people. I like the inflatable one person had like a giant Teletubby inflatable. Like, this thing was huge too. I was like, that's a lot of Teletubby right there. I don't even know how many people get it, but like, that's a lot of Teletubby. I like the inflatable costumes. Those are very fun. I did see someone dressed as a wrestler. It was like generic wrestler. He had like an Intercontinental title, a US title. His face paint was like Ultimate Warrior, but he had on like USA boxing shorts. So it's just kind of like a generic Nintendo 64 wrestler, but I liked his costume. I'll shout out like nice costumes that I walk by. I was like, hey, I like your costume. And then I just feel like people, I'm like, all right, he's kind of weird, but whatever. I like the parents who like dress with their kids and everything. I respect the parents who do all that. Me and the wife, we just go comfortable. I mean, like, I wore a Thunder hoodie. I posted the picture. I wore a Thunder hoodie and the Thunder hat. I'm like, I'm going as a Thunder fan. Just respect that. All right. I'm walking around for half an hour or 90 minutes. I'm going to be comfortable. I ain't going to wear a bunch of stuff that's going to bother me, holding props and all these things. Too much work on this. So just let me be comfortable in my hoodie and hat and walking around with all these kids.
Yeah, I'm at the point where it's like I'm not dressing up because my job is making sure the kids don't die. That is my job.
Yeah.
I am God for the next hour. So just call me that. But I'm happy just to watch them enjoy themselves and have a good time. My job here is to ensure their interest, not the other stuff.
Yeah. It's doing like a full on costume with all that and then walking around. It's too much. And we go pretty basic on our costumes anyway. But I still just don't want to walk around and all of that stuff, like we did Jay and Silent Bob this year. Like we could have easily pulled that off as walking around, but it's like a giant coat and it wasn't super hot out last night. That's too much. Like, nah, I did this draws. I do have a hockey stick, but like, I don't want to carry a hockey stick around for 90 minutes. I did wear an Avs, jersey one year, and then I was like, yeah, I'm just an Avs fan. That's basically my whole costume when it comes to walking with the kids. Like, I'm a fan of this sports team because I got enough gear to get away with it. When the wife and I go to our Halloween party, we actually put some effort into the costume and like to do a little bit more than that. But yeah, when it comes to walking, like trick-or-treat night with the kids, nah, comfortability wins on that night.
Depending on how this week goes, you will either see a ton of kids and families dressed up in Blue Jays regalia.
Fair.
Or none at all. And that's it. On Friday, I didn't mention this on Friday. When I was coming back from dropping my kid off at school, I saw a little girl and her family they were walking the opposite direction wearing Dodgers gear. And I want to be like, oh, that is ballsy, kid. Good for you. But you're going to get an earful from your classmates. It's awful.
Yeah.
Hell of a weekend for baseball fans. Let me tell you. I watched SmackDown and then turned on the game because I didn't want to get too deep into watching the game. I had it, off to the side. So turn on the game, and what happens? Boom! 2-run home run. We're tied up.
This was Friday night. Okay.
This was Friday. It's like, oh, you're welcome, Toronto sports fans. And then I said, I'm going to go to bed at the bottom of the 7th. And by the bottom of the 7th, very comfortably up 11-2. And I was like, well, I'm good. I'm going to go to bed. And it was fine. We won 11-4. Jays had a really strong opening first night. And then I can't tell you that I was expecting a win on Saturday, but I think the game was a lot closer than I expected in certain ways. It was really tight for the first, 7 innings. And it wasn't until they chased Gosman from the mound that things just kind of changed up for the Dodgers getting the win. It was just a series of not strong plays from the Jays, and they dropped the second game, which again, I wasn't upset about it. I also don't get upset about it, but I wasn't surprised by it. It was just a setback, and they go back to LA and they start again tonight. We're back to 0-0 series, as you would say.
Yeah, 0-0 series. That's the record of the Oklahoma City Thunder as well. 0-0. I'm looking forward to game 3 tonight. It's what they call sports equinox night, where there's baseball, basketball, hockey, and football on. And I'll unfortunately be watching wrestling. But
I was going to say Raw ratings are going to tank, and we're all going to talk about it.
We're not talking about the Raw's going to do 2.3 million viewers on Netflix because that's what it does literally every single week. So that's what it'll continue to do. But no, I'll be watching game 3 of the World Series. I'll have on some Monday Night Football because it's Monday Night Football. It's like a fine game between the Chiefs and the Commanders. And then I'll have on, if there's a good hockey game on, I'll put it on. But I'll mainly also be watching Thunder and Mavericks. That starts at 8:30, so I'll be watching that as well. But I love when there's just so much sports on, and this is the best time of the year for that because baseball is winding down, but there's always hockey, always basketball, and on 3 days a week, there's football.
The Sens beat the Caps last night.
Okay.
Saturday night, 7-1. That's the way it should be hockey score in the world. The Ottawa Capital team beating the Washington Capitals. Perfect. We're not going to break out the bleachers on Kent Street. We're going to build a new ballroom on the East Wing of Parliament with that victory. That's what we're going to do. Very much looking forward to the BD&P for Raw tonight. Or I guess it'll be on Wednesday when we get it. Yeah, it's whatever. Ratings are stupid.
Raw? No, for Raw, it's a week behind.
Right, you get the week behind. Oh,
yeah.
For the ta-dum number.
Yeah, it's a week behind for Raw.
What's not a week behind is you leaving a thumbs up on the video, because we're 20 minutes in, and in true fashion, you should be absolutely going and leaving thumbs up. And while you're at it, subscribe to the channel. Clips every day, shorts every day, something for you to watch. Go check that out. And hey, why don't you donate a super chat? Any amount, get your question or statement read on the air. It supports the channel, supports the creators. Honestly, it's like it's us. And Rob and Maggie and Jensen's there too, and SP3 on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So support us, would you? We got a couple super chats. First from Kim Gray saying, we do a family costume almost every year. One year we were Taker, Hogan, and Warrior. We'll tweet you a photo. All right, cool.
She sent the photo. I'm not gonna pull it up, but it looks good. I respect the family wrestling costume there. A lot of problematic people in this photo, but I respect the effort and the costumes.
Matthew Hook's adding, just want to thank everyone part of the show in the chat. I've had depression, and having the salad has helped a lot. Fightful is the best, and the Sour Grab Society too. Matthew, we appreciate you. You're always here. You're always fun to banter with. Sometimes we call you out. Sometimes you got a good point. Sometimes it's just good chat. So listen, we're glad that we can be a helpful voice for everything that you're dealing with, and we hope that you're pulling up real soon.
Fuck Sour Grabs.
I mean, they have their moments.
Nah, we appreciate Sour Grabs. We appreciate Alex and Kate. And we appreciate you, Matthew. You're always hanging out with us, and you were correct that Joel hates AEW, and I always appreciate that you call him out on that. He's a big old AEW hater, and I hope things get better, man. All you can do with this stuff is just take care of yourself, man. Find something that you enjoy doing, whether it's listen to us idiots or playing games or going for a walk or whatever, and just I always say, like, you can't always make it better, because sometimes it just doesn't get better, but just don't make it worse. You know, just all you can do is try not to make it worse. So find something you enjoy doing, and if everyone talks, should be a DM, everything. I'm always open to talking to people about this shit, because I have depression as well, and it sucks. And some days they're awful, and some days aren't so bad, and stuff like this show certainly helps. So also, fuck Sour Grabs.
I just hate everyone equally. Once again, I am an equal opportunity hater. Go out of my way. Because listen, I thought NXT Halloween Havoc there wasn't much good there, but there was stuff on Collision where I was knocking my head against the desk being, why?
Why they did what you wanted them to do, Joel? They gave a random team an opportunity in this thing.
They made a singles match out of it. They made it a singles match.
Is it a singles match? What's the singles match?
It's TJ against Alizé or Tegan Knox. I thought
it's a tag match.
Is it a tag match?
I mean, they didn't officially announce anything, but why would they do all that just to set up a singles match?
Because that's the kind of shit that they would do.
No, it's a tag match. If they do a singles match, I will be like, all right, y'all are dumb right here. But I'm pretty sure it's a tag match.
It feels like it was a tag. Okay, so I saw Tegan Knox and Miranda Alizé walk in, and I was like, oh, cool. I get to make a point on Monday's show. And yeah, so like they didn't announce anything. It's true. They haven't announced anything officially, but the way that they made it sound was that they were going to do a singles match with what's her face? Oh my god,
Tegan, Miranda,
Ty Mello, and one of the others, because Ty Mello was the one who was talking at the end of the segment, like, oh, she doesn't know, like she had to be like held back. They made it sound like it was going to be a singles match. Maybe it's tag match, and if it's a tag match, that's good, because at least you're spotlighting something. They should be in the tournament along with 8 other teams, but at least they had something.
How do you watch this segment and be like, oh, they're setting up a singles match?
How do they do it? They found a way.
No one thought it was a Did anybody think it was a singles match?
They were talking about how rude she was.
Did anyone think like, oh, this is a singles match out of this? No one thought this, Joel.
We'll see.
Just you.
If they announce a singles match, I'm gonna laugh my ass.
Look, if they announce a singles match, I will be like, all right, y'all are dumb. This is the dumbest thing I've ever seen to do a singles match off of that.
It should 100% be a tag match. Do not get me wrong. The way that it sounded to me was that they were setting up a singles match, which would be so counterintuitive.
This is why you have the reputation that you have when it comes to AEW,
Who
Joel.
listens to wrestling?
Things like this.
Would you rather I watch the NWA or should I be watching Juggalo Championship Wrestling?
Oh, God, I don't even want to talk about that. That thing's so stupid.
Lose a job, get a job, I guess. Right?
I don't even. I don't think like he had the job with the NWA. I think
that's not the job I'm talking about.
Oh, all right, sure. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. I know what you're talking about now. Yeah. It's all dumb, man. It's so dumb. Anyway, let's get back to Joel hating AEW and not understanding how promos work.
Maybe I was trying to watch two things at once. Who knows? The thing is, I don't hate watch AEW. I just sometimes something.
You watch AEW as a hater. You don't hate watch AEW. Exactly. You watch as a hater.
There is a difference. Sometimes it's like, oh, I gotta watch this, and this is anything. Okay, like this Thursday they're doing the Hardy Compound Impact episode, and I'm like, oh great, what? Yes, that's what they're doing. It's Halloween with the Hardys, and you know what that means? Clip shows that then throw back to all of the Hardy Compound matches they've ever had in TNA. It's like, oh my god. And now the Gold Rush tournament, which is going to start the week that TNA goes back to work, like is
it a tournament?
I don't know what it is. It's a Gold Rush 2-night event or 2-week event. So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think it's a tournament. I think it's like they're just doing a bunch of title matches.
God, just call it Title Tuesday.
Well, I don't think they have the trademark for that.
Cowards, just take it over. Oh, I'm not excited to talk about TNA because I'm going to be interviewing their talent before they even go back to work at their home base.
There's nothing to talk about with TNA.
They're still doing clip shows. That's what it is. They had 2 weeks of clip show. 1 week was the Bound for Glory post event where it was just reactions, and then the next week was the silly whatever the Fade to Black, the documentary for this particular show, and then next week is the Hardy's Halloween Compound whatever, and I guess the week after that, I don't even know what the week after that is.
Who could possibly care?
Silly, so silly. Anyway, ready for Russo in the NWA or the JCW?
No, we're not talking about that.
It's fine.
Who cares?
You want to talk about shoes?
I don't think this is anything. I think people are getting worked up over nothing on this. The first one, I was like, all right, okay. What are they doing here? Maybe this is something. I thought the first one might be, the cynic and the chaos demon in me is like, oh, it's Andrade. This is going to be very funny. And then I thought maybe, oh, it might be Escobar since he's reportedly returning tonight. And then they kept doing them. And now I think this is like promotional material for the next Saudi event or something. That's legitimately what I think. I think one's like Cody. You know, people talked about the last one might be Brock and everything.
Brock.
Yeah, I think this is now like a commercial for. Yeah, maybe it's a commercial for War Games or something.
It's the brand. It's the War Games. That's really what it feels like because once they drop that stupid. By the way, don't think WWE. You're not slick WWE. You drop that at 4 a.m. Eastern, the Brock one, hoping no one would notice. No. People, the internet notices. Don't you worry, and they call that shit out. It started off interesting, and then when they dropped that last one, it was like, now it's just too obvious. It got people talking. Could have been, was it Jericho? Is it Santos Escobar? Is it, so on and so forth, all these names. But honestly, they went to the last one. It's like, oh yeah, people were on Andrade too. And they got to the Brock one this morning and I was like, all right, it's War Games. It's probably, that one of those was a big pair of Hoka shoes. And that's either Bronson Reed or Paul Heyman dressed down. So like, which one do you want? It was all very obvious, but the first pair, that's the one that I'm curious about because I'm guessing maybe that's Austin Theory at this point.
Austin Theory?
Yeah, because who else is in a new like dress up type of form, because it ain't Seth Rollins.
Why isn't it Cody?
Why, if this is the team though? Because if the next one was Braun,
I don't think it's for the team.
I think it is the team.
I don't think it's for the team. I think this is a dumb way to do the team, by the way. Like, hey, let's do a bunch of shoots. Just do good television. I say that all the time. Just do good Why can't you just do good television? Let's do social media posts and everything. No, just put on something good on TV to build this stuff. This is what pissed me off about Cena and Styles. Like, hey, we got this match. We could do this match. We could build it on television. No, you know what we should do is John Cena tweets. AJ Styles tweets. It's just do something good on TV. I don't think the first one's. I don't think it's teams or anything like that. I do think it is like promotional material, but I don't, and it might be for War Games, but I don't think this is like the teams for War Games. I think this is just promotional material for the event. The first one might be Cody. I don't know. The first one wasn't gonna be Austin Theory. That's not who you put out there.
What happens if it is?
Then they're dumb. Then this is a dumb way to do all of this.
Here are your first pair of shoes. Those are some nice loafers with a little bit of sparkly detail on the sides, and they're like tux loafers he's wearing a tux because he's got the stripe down the pants. I don't think that's the light, but he's got so he's got so someone's wearing a tux, and then the next one is a big fucker shoes. They're not so big, but they're kind of big. I had them originally lit up, but anyway, it was a little bit bigger. These ones are even bigger. Those are Bronson Reed shoes right there. That's the shoe that he's wearing. But not Bronson Reed, sorry, the other one, Braun Breaker.
Braun Breaker?
That's a Braun Breaker shoe right there. That's a Bronson Reed. Look at them big legs. So there's your Bronson Reed. There's your Braun Breaker. And then we know who the other one, I'm not putting up the fourth one. That's all.
What if that's Heyman? Why can't they be Heyman?
That's not Heyman. There are no cankles going on there. Okay? Let's be honest here. Come on, investigative journalism. What is this?
No, it's definitely not Paul Heyman.
It's definitely not. It's more Montez Ford, but then you'd have to ditch the socks.
It could be Montez Ford.
I think maybe Santos Escobar is going to be the guy taking over the Vision.
I mean, that would at least be interesting. More interesting than Austin Theory.
Could be Austin Theory again, dressing up nicely for the gigs.
If it's Austin Theory, this company is just bankrupt.
You hate him so much.
It's not that like I hate Austin Theory. Hate's too strong of a word for people I don't know.
You don't care for his
work. I don't get Austin Theory. I just don't. I don't see it like other people seem to see it. I don't think he's a great promo. His in-ring work is like fine, but it's whatever. They got a bunch of fine wrestlers in there. His look it's got a good look to him. I'll give him that, but I just don't see it like other people see it. The Cena feud really turned me off, and then they didn't do anything with it either. Like that was an opportunity to like show you belong and show your worth, and he got he was out of his depth on that feud. And then the match wasn't good, and he won, and that sucked. And they just didn't do anything with him after that. They had a chance to do a little bit something with him after all of that, but they didn't. I just don't see it. The Waller stuff was I much prefer Waller. I think he's got way more range as a character and a wrestler than Theory. But they don't do anything with Waller either, and that's annoying. Yeah, I just don't see it with Theory. Like, I'm not gonna buy in. He can change my mind on this. It's not like I'm gonna be like, oh, he's never gonna get it type of thing. If he can prove himself, he can prove himself. But like, I just don't want to see him in a top spot because I don't have that much interest in him. I just don't. He's not an interesting person to me. And unless they make him interesting, which they can, you pair him with Heyman and Bronson and Braun. Like, all right, I like those guys. They're interesting to me. So maybe they can uplift Theory there. But until then, I just don't see it.
Ryan Sullivan sent a super chat. Ryan Sully, I should say. Hey, Joel and Jeremy. So the shoe walking vids WWE posted yesterday and this morning. After seeing the first three, I thought they were going to be a new faction. Now, after the fourth video dropped, I now think it's War Games match with Brock. And that's kind of where I'm at because they haven't officially announced War Games, like the War Games matches happening, but you have to assume that this is the week where they start the conversation. But here's the other side of it. You have Saturday night's main event this weekend, and it's rare that WWE will go past the next event to build to the next event. They're very stuck in their 3 weeks event, and we got to build to it like only after the one event completes. So we'll see what they're going to do. But to me, it is very much like this is War Games, and this is going to be Team War Games, and it's Brock Lesnar with the Vision plus whoever Mr. Fancy Shoes is there.
Yeah,
Joe Hendry.
I don't know if it's War Games. On it, like I don't think it's the teams for War Games anyway. I just think it's promotional material. It could be Survivor Series. It could be WrestleMania. It could be the next Saudi event. It could be Rumble. I don't know. I just think it's promotional material at this point. And I don't think it's Austin Theory.
Part of me did think that maybe it is, like cross-promotional for some video game that they're doing. Not a 2K game, but like a...
video game, yeah.
Yeah, some sort of like, we're doing Badlands. I don't know. Just pick a video game. They're going to partner up with. We're doing skins for this. Someone saying could be the Stone Cold podcast on the network. And it could be, but also Stone Cold doesn't look, it doesn't fit this aesthetic unless they're all walking up to Stone Cold and he's like, oh, you sons of bitches, you finally got here. And you're just like, oh, that was underwhelming. It made no sense.
I don't think it's going to be at this point like something good. No. We all talked ourselves into it being something good when they did the first one. It's like, oh, mystery teaser, they love this stuff. And then they kept going with it. And it's like, oh, wait a second. This is not what I thought it was going to be. I think they've actually downplayed the expectations with the fourth one. Because the first one is like, all right, this is interesting. The second one's like, ooh, is this a group? The third one, it was still like, oh, maybe this could be a group. And then the fourth one, when it was very much a Brock aesthetic, is like, okay, now it seems like this is a little bit too much, and this is now just promotional material, and they talked it down. They honestly, after like the first two, they should have just pivoted and been like, oh, you know what? We might actually have something here. Let's use it for Escobar and whoever. Like, let's actually build something out of this. You know who I thought would actually be really cool for all of this? They're not going to do it, obviously. But Escobar, Penta, and Phoenix is where you could have gone with this. They were never going to do that. But I thought, oh, that's a cool little group. Phoenix ain't doing nothing on SmackDown. He's got a new tag team partner every week at this point. Like, I like the pairing between Nakamura and Phoenix, but they're just guys in a tag team right now. Penta's been in the same feud for like a year now, I feel like. And
one more match tonight for.
Yeah, he does. I was like, both these guys already had title shots and they lost. Why are they now facing each other for another title shot? This is dumb.
So that they could get a double DQ and do a triple threat on Saturday.
They did a triple threat, didn't they?
Did they? I don't know if they did.
Oh,
I know they've all been involved in each other's matches in some way, shape, or form.
I feel like we've seen this match a million times.
Did they do a triple threat at the pay-per-view? I don't remember.
Not at the pay-per-view. I thought they just did it on Raw.
I don't think they did it on Raw.
I don't know. It feels like we've done this match a million times.
More importantly, Jeremy, why are you trying to put all the luchadors together, you racist?
Because I think it's a cool group. That's why I'm trying to put them together. I think that group rules.
Yeah, all right, that's fair. I'll give you that one.
Apparently, they've not done a triple threat. So, yeah, they're going to do a triple threat, and fine. Can we just move past all of this stuff? Like, Dom has only faced Penta since he won this title. He's had, like, 10 matches against Penta since winning this title. I'm tired. I'm tired of that. We could have also gone for this group. People are going to be like, oh, you're putting the luchadors together. We could have gone Escobar, El Grande Americano, because he rules, and Ludwig Kaiser. Could have just done those three together, because Ludwig Kaiser and Grande Americano are not the same person. But they could have done like a cool group out of this. Now, I think it's just...
It's going to be real funny when I show up on Tuesday on the second hour to rub it in your face that they're doing a triple threat on Saturday.
Yeah, they haven't done a three-way yet. Like, yeah. I thought they did because I feel like they've done it, but I feel like that's what they're going to set up tonight. Like, they're going to set up a three-way.
Maybe SB3 saying I know they're going to do it, and he's just joking that when you book things that they don't happen.
Oh, I mean, that's fine.
But
Good.
either way, it's happening. They've done way too much of this back and forth BS that they can't not help themselves.
Yeah, I just thought they did a triple threat match. That's on me. Everyone knows my memory sucks. It's been the same people. That's my whole point.
Yes, they've been going round and round and round the bush, and now it's time to do the three. Be a triple threat. Dominic will steal the victory, and then it'll lead to John Cena versus Dominic Mysterio at Petco Stadium.
I think it's dumb that Dominic's already beaten both of these dudes. Why are we doing this again? Why did either of them get a title shot? Why? They have both lost to Dominic. He's beaten Rusev twice. He's beaten Penta like 8 times during this whole run. Rusev and Penta just wrestled last month. That happened, right? We've seen a Rusev and Penta match. That has 100% happened.
That is something that I'm fairly certain has happened, yes.
Okay. So we did that match last month. Maybe earlier this month. I don't fully remember when it happened. But it definitely happened, Rusev and Penta.
Oh, actually? No, we did it. Yeah, okay, we did it in September 8th. Okay.
That was last month.
Yeah. Okay.
I was right.
It's because he was showing up on like the house shows that he did for a while. Okay, you're good.
Oh. All right, yeah, I was correct. So we've done all of this. Move on, do something else. Knock it off. Tired of these three. I like Dominic. I'm tired of these other guys. Move on.
You just can't. You can't move on.
Remember when Penta interfered in John Cena and CM Punk?
No. Oh, wait, yes. It was a Saudi match, so I barely paid attention. And he did his little cunt walk going down real slow. Yeah, I remember that. Doing his Jeff Hardy save.
Yeah, that kind of ruled.
Now I remember it. Listen, there's a bunch of people in WWE getting title shots that don't deserve it. We'll talk about SmackDown when we talk about Jade Cargill and how she's like, oh, it's my time. It's like, it's been your time.
That's another one. You lost. You've lost 2 title matches and a triple threat match. Go away. This is not a knock on Jade Cargill, by the way. This is a knock on, like, they just have no ideas with this stuff. You have lost 3 championship matches since SummerSlam, right? She lost at SummerSlam. She lost on a random SmackDown, and maybe that was a DQ. I don't remember these things. But they did the match. Let me look this up. And then she lost a triple threat match. Stop getting title. It was the same thing with Nia Jax. Like, you lost all of these matches. Go away. It was a double count out that Tiffany and Jade did before. So there you go. So yeah, she lost to SummerSlam. They did a double count out. Still a loss. She didn't win the title. And then they did a triple threat match. And then Jade just gets another title shot because she attacked her. That's dumb. Well, because she's so dumb.
She's done waiting for her turn, even though she's had her turn 3 times. I loved it. It was so silly. It was expected. Like I listen, Jade Cargill as a bad guy, Jade Cargill as a heel makes perfect sense. It's fine. Like it should be that way. She is a much better heel than a babyface, in my opinion. It was just the way we get there. It's so lazy, and it's like you wait your turn. You just had it, and then you had it again. And then you had it before that, and you won Queen of the Ring to get you the first one. It's like, what turn are you waiting for? The turn where you can finally cheat to win because you're a bad guy? Like that, you don't need to be a bad guy to cheat to win. There are bad guys who do that all the time. Just say it. I'm gonna win, and I'm gonna do it by cheating, and everyone will be like, yeah, you get your win, Queen, and that'll be it. They'll move on, and she'll be the champion, which is what I fully expect to happen at the show on Saturday for her to beat Jade Cargill to beat Tiffany Stratton for the women's title.
Yeah, I think Tiffany will lose, and Jade will finally get this title on Saturday, which fine, but the way they get there is just. Do you know the last time Jade Cargill won a singles match? She ain't had a bunch, but do you know the last time she won a singles match?
Did she face Candice?
No. I mean, she might have faced Candice at some point.
I mean, in recent, no. I mean, I know there was a Queen of the Ring final, and then after that, like, there weren't that many singles matches that weren't for the title. So no, I don't. Nia?
3 months ago. 3 months ago, July 25th, SmackDown, she beat Chelsea Green.
Chelsea.
3 months.
And that was the one where she just showed up and they were already in the ring and they called the match and it happened.
Maybe,
Like they just did it. No, they if I remember correctly, she just ran to the ring and they just had a match. She beat her in the back and brought her to the She beat her up in the back and dragged her to the ring. Got a referee and they
that was a heel turn.
Yes, that is a heel turn.
3 months ago, since she's won a singles match, and now she lost to Tiffany twice, or at least didn't beat her twice, and then lost a triple threat match. I know she didn't get pinned. Doesn't matter. She lost, and now she just gets a title shot. The Intercontinental title booking sucks. Like the world title booking kind of sucks. Drew just gets a title shot because, sure, like you just lost,
brother. He's got to win on Saturday. It's getting to that point.
Oh, it's gonna get so annoying.
You can't do it again. Where Drew's like, I didn't do it, but also I lost. Like you're just adding to the point that you're trying to turn a babyface, but you're doing it in such a poorly written way that no one's gonna believe it. It's boy who cried wolf, but all the wrong ways of doing it. It's not good. They got it. Like what? Randy's gonna show up and he's gonna interfere and he's gonna turn on Cody at the end, and Drew's gonna be stuck there holding his dick, being like, "Well, my title shots," and we're gonna be sitting there being like, "All right, sure."
The company just got loser syndrome. Just let's give a bunch of losers title shots. Can we not? Why? You book this show. Just give people a win. It doesn't seem that difficult. Just give them a win. Not that difficult. But instead, it's just, you lost. But like you're really mad, and so you're gonna give them a title shot. Just book people to get a victory. It doesn't seem too hard.
No, they're making it sound like it's an impossibility.
Jade can't beat Michin. Everybody beats Michin. Just beat her and be like, okay, sure. Now she gets the title shot. At least she got a win out of something.
That was kind of my favorite part, was watching Tiffany Stratton, the women's champion, go 10 minutes with someone who got beat by Michin, who is apparently the most beatable woman on the roster, who beat Kiana James in 5 seconds. It takes Tiffany Stratton a full 10 to do it. That's my favorite. And it's like, I saw one of the engagement accounts be like, "Are we buying Kiana James stock yet?" And
which one? Call them out.
I don't remember. Honest to God, I just don't. And the video was, I shit you not, it was the acrobatic spot where Tiffany grabs the leg, she does the flip so that Kiana can do the backward somersault and then go like this, like, look at my abs. And then she proceeds to get arm dragged 2 times. And then they go into the most rudimentary wrestling spots that you can imagine. And everyone's like, oh, go off, queen, go off. And it's like, come on, man. Like we gotta raise the discourse at least like just a penny more, just a little bit, just tiny bit, a little bit. An arm drag, that's the stocks. Doing athletic stuff is cool, but like doing it and calling it the reason you should like this wrestler. I think Kiana James is a very serviceable wrestler. She's had some amazing showings not amazing. That's pretty forward. She's had some excellent showings in matches in NXT. I think some people, including myself, pointed out the 2022 Deadline match. She showed out in that one. I think that was one of her better showings in a match. Stuff like that gives you hope that someone like Kiana James can get a shot and do well in the business. But showing me she does a backflip and then gets arm dragged 3 times, that ain't stocks. That's working. That's doing your job. That's like telling the fry cook at McDonald's, you're doing the best job putting them salt on them fries. Good for you. God dang. But Kiana shouldn't be taking the women's champion to 10 minutes when she can't beat the perennial loser in 5 seconds. Like stuff like that is like, what are we trying to pull here?
I had the same thought when Tiffany and Kiana are going like 10 minutes. I was like, didn't you just lose in like 30 seconds to Michin like a month ago? Why are you now going 10 minutes with the champion? And like, I'm fine with like improvement. Like, look how much she's improved and everything. But that's just kind of a big jump to go from losing quickly to Michin, who's never won anything, to 10 minutes with the champion, who is beating everybody outside of Becker for this year. in just a month or two. Like, come on. If you're gonna do this like improvement stuff, we gotta see like a little bit of like graduality to it. You know, I guess she's done tag matches. Maybe that's how they're like, oh, see, she's improved because she's lost all these tag matches.
That's not any better. Sorry, now we'll go to the other side. Why is Hook in a number one contendership match when he hasn't won a singles match since 2020? Since like 6 months ago. So,
what do you mean? He beat Griff Garrison on Collision. Didn't you watch?
Yes, he got the one match that he won. But before that, he had like one singles victory. So it's like, it goes both ways. So before, he's like, now I'm getting Joel hates WWE. And honestly, there are days where I just, again, equal opportunity hater, hating everything at this point. I'm watching Kiana James serve salt on fries, and I'm watching Hook, do his job too. It's it's ridiculous. By the way, I like no salt on my fries if I can. It also forces McDonald's to make a new batch if I'm getting them from there. Stop making excuses. Hook is proven. He's only proven that he can work with Eddie Kingston on this current run. He's had a couple of matches.
Yeah, I didn't love Hook. That Hook was in this. I was like, all right. That seems kind of random.
Because Full Gear is in New York, New Jersey, so it's like, oh, maybe the guy can come home and win the title, and I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah.
And Joel just hates. He probably hates us too. Anyway, continue.
Yeah, when I saw Hook there, I was like, all right, sure. I'm sure Tony will.
Why explain it on Tuesday when he does the media rounds? Come here, Tony. Your garden is flailing and needs answers. I'm going to take a hook to your garden if you don't answer us. Why should Hook be in this thing? Oh, I'm always shitting on New Jersey for the record. Everyone should. I was told specifically not to go to Full Gear in New Jersey in my Twitter responses. So don't you start. New Jersey's not great.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to go to.
Kate lives there. She hates it too. Come on.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to go to New Jersey. That sounds terrible. I've been there once. I went to a UFC fight many, many years ago. So I went to that was Philadelphia.
Which venue was it? So was it the Rock or was it the Izod Center?
I actually think I'm confusing Jersey with Philly.
Oh, terrible.
But we were in Jersey though, going to Philly. So we did go through Jersey.
Yeah.
But yeah, we didn't actually stay in Jersey. Or maybe we did because my friend lived there. I don't know how far away Jersey and Philly are. So maybe we stayed in Jersey and then drove to Philly because maybe they're kind of close. Someone can tell me.
Let's take a look how far or how much it costs right now for me to go to Full Gear. And I'm doing the fly in and out. Let's see if Jersey is any better. My money's on not any better. $296. Come on, go down, baby. Go down.
You're not going. What are you doing?
Well, if the price is right, $285, $277.
You're not going to.
You get down to $250, I'll think about it. $277.
Right.
Oh, this is going to be that. You got to take a 3-hour layover in Ottawa type of thing. All right, take my regular flight. I'm going to go get in at 3 o'clock so I can just make it to the doors. And on the way back, yeah, there we go. 2 hours and 15 minutes stop in Ottawa. Get home at 4 p.m.
All right, so people are saying Jersey and Philly are pretty close. Yeah. So I think we stayed in Jersey and then just went over to Philly for the event. So because I know we were like very close to Jersey because I'll never forget there's like an exit 16W in New Jersey. I don't know what it has to do with anything, but when the Avs played the Devils in the finals in 2001, that was like a big thing because the Avs like mission statement was mission 16W because they were trying to get the Ray Bork the cup, and you got to win 16 playoff games to win the cup. And when they played Jersey, that was a big thing. Like, you got to take exit 16W to get to the arena. And so is this a sign for the Avs? And sure enough, it was. We won in Game 7. But yeah, that's how I always know that there's a 16W in Jersey sports lore.
You know what's weird about baseball? I just realized I'm so into hockey that baseball playoffs take no time compared to hockey, which takes like a full 4 months of your time.
Oh, they go through it in the because baseball, they play 162 games anyway, and they're playing like 5 games in 7 days, which you will rarely see in hockey and basketball. Like, people get mad when it's like, oh, we got 3 games in 4 days because you got a back-to-back, a day off, and then the game. But yeah, baseball is doing like 5 or 6 games in 7 days because it's not the most physically demanding sport compared to all these other sports. And yeah, the playoffs, they run through it. And they got shorter series as well. Like the first round's only best of 5, and then the next 2 rounds are best of 7, where hockey and basketball, all 4 rounds are best of 5. And I mean, the first round technically in baseball is for best of 3. So you have a best of 3 series in the first round, the wild card round. You have a best of 5 series in the divisional round, and then you have best of 7 in the next 2. Where hockey, basketball, it's best of 7 from round 1 to round 4.
I think with baseball too, I don't always think about the wild card chase because my teams are rarely in a wild card, or if they are, it's like, I don't know. I just don't think about the wild card. I don't. Whereas, like you said, it's a best of 5 for the first round, and then 2 best of 7s in the for the other 2, and that's one more round or one less round than what to deal with in hockey and basketball. So baseball just goes fast for a change.
Yeah, they do back-to-back games in baseball too. Like you'll never see back-to-back games in the playoffs in basketball and hockey. Like, so it gets annoying when they take like 2 days between, especially if it's on a travel day. It's like you're still there. Why is there a 2-day break between game 1 and 2? Like it's in the same arena. Just have the 1 day off, fine, and then play. You want to do a 2-day break because of the travel? Okay, but why are we doing a 2-day break when the game is in the same arena? They got like a 1-day break in baseball because they played Friday, Saturday. They had Sunday off. They play tonight. I assume they play tomorrow.
I think so.
Yeah, they just go through it in baseball, which I respect. I like that it keeps it moving. And like, I just enjoy the baseball playoffs altogether. But yeah.
It's hilarious because everyone's like, baseball's too slow. Baseball's too this. And it's like, this is moving, thankfully.
And they've sped the game up.
Today, tomorrow, and then the next game is Wednesday. So they're flying through it. They're doing 3 games in a row if they have to.
It's because baseball still does the. I'm double checking this now.
Well, they're in LA for the next 3 games.
Yeah, baseball still does the 2-3-2 format, which I don't love, but it does. Again, that means you don't need like a real day off because there's not a travel day between. Because that's the only reason they had Sunday off is that was a travel day so they could get to LA. But with the 2-3-2 format, like you have 3 straight with no travel day. That's why you can do 3 straight games. I think basketball used to do the 2-3-2, and people got mad about it, which I kind of think rightfully so. Like I think the 2-3-2 kind of sucks. I much prefer the 2-2-1-1-1.
This is kind of funny. The game 6, if they get to game 6, is in Toronto, and it's on Halloween at 8 p.m. I'm like,
okay.
Let's see if we can make it all the way so that the trick-or-treating is very sparse that night.
Oh, yeah.
It'll be all the people from like coming in from other parts of the city, like way north. They go in Brampton and Richmond Hill and all that stuff. Maple, they're all coming in for the game because all rich goody 2 shoes. You suckers.
Baseball's like with the pitch clock as well. They've really sped things up to where the games don't take long, at least as long. It used to be like every game was 3 hours plus. Some game were like 4 or 5 hours. It's like, oh, this is too much. But with the pitch clock, it feels like every game is like 3 hours or under. Ivalo's saying 33% are now under 2.5 hours, which good. Like I think that's helped the sport overall. It's helped me enjoy it more because I don't feel like I'm investing as much time. Like basketball takes forever. It's been so annoying with the Thunder going to double OT the first 2 games. Overtime's 5 minutes. That's it. 5 minutes. It takes 20 minutes to play a 5-minute overtime because they went to double OT against the Pacers, and it didn't end because I looked at this. The tweet that went out of like going to overtime that got posted at, I'm gonna use just easy math here. That got posted at 10 o'clock. Going to double overtime. Final score 2 overtimes got posted at 10:40. 20 minutes per overtime. It's a 5-minute period. Why is it taking 20 minutes to play 5 minutes? You got all these timeouts. You got these reviews. There's fouls. It's so much. Like the last 5 minutes of a basketball game are the longest 5 minutes in history. I tell my wife, I was like, oh, there's only 3 minutes left in the game. And I'm like, well, that means there's about 30 minutes left in the game, unfortunately. So whatever you wanted to, plan for 30 minutes, not for 3 minutes.
All right, we're 59 minutes in. So here's your short, Jeremy. AEW has announced Ring in the New Year with AEW. New Year's Smash will take over the Liberty First Credit Union Arena in Omaha, Nebraska on New Year's Eve, Wednesday, December 31st. Are you excited to spend your New Year's Eve in Omaha, Nebraska? The cornfields will be hype, and so will AEW. Dynamite will be airing from Omaha. New Year's Smash.
Okay.
You're not excited to go to Omaha, Nebraska for Dynamite?
I'm not going there. I don't care what the show is. Like, all right, cool. They're doing New Year's Smash. It's a show. They're going to Omaha. Omaha. Sure.
Will they have steaks?
Maybe.
Will they have Omaha steaks for everybody on New Year's Eve? They'll be dropping the Omaha steak ball. 3, 2, 1. Happy steak year, and it's just steak. Everyone walks out with a big plate of steak, except for the vegetarians. They had to give their steak to somebody else. They walk out with a, I don't know, paneer made patty or something.
Sure. Nebraska, sure. Good for Nebraska. I'm glad they're getting this show.
Yes, good for them. I'm sure people are going to be showing out in droves for that.
Yeah.
There we go. Update on shoes. PW Insider is allegedly saying it's WrestleMania 42 promotion.
Hold on, let me find this.
For the feet.
All right, this is from PW Insider. WWE has been releasing cryptic Twitter videos over the last day or so. PW Insider has learned the videos are not previewing a return as some have assumed. PW Insider is told that several major names, including Cody Rhodes, Brock Lesnar, and Roman Reigns, were all at WWE HQ over the last week filming material. Given what we've heard, my belief is the teases are likely for WrestleMania 42 promotional material. There you go. I was correct in that it was for WrestleMania. I thought maybe WrestleMania in Saudi, but WrestleMania 42 also makes sense.
They're all going to walk up to a craps table and bet it on red.
They might, like, that's the lamest outcome possible. It's like, it's just WrestleMania 42 promotional material. I didn't think it was Survivor Series teams. Maybe 4 Survivor Series, sure. But I didn't think this is how they were going to announce the teams. Although that would have been very lame, and I could see them doing something like that. But promotional material for WrestleMania, great. Why we got to do these teasers for something like this? I don't know. Like, it just feels like they're not promising anything with these, right? What?
I'm just thinking. So I'm looking at the shoes again. It's like,
it's Cody. I told you.
No, it's Cody. But like, you look at where they're walking. They're walking in like the dingiest,
thought it was
Austin floors. Theory. It could be Austin Theory still. But the idea is, what just happened in the NBA? A big gambling poker ring, and the way that they're looking at this video now, the way I see it, are like all these shoes walking on dingy, dark floors, poorly dim lit rooms. It's like these wrestlers are going to a poker game that they're not supposed to be a part of to bet on WrestleMania. It's a big mob, is what I'm saying. It's the Wrestle Mobia. Not to be confused with Wrestle Mobs, who do some really good content.
Good. They should all get busted in a poker ring, and wrestling should just shut down forever.
Yes, thank you, God, please.
That's what we should do.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I did outscoop Sean. I knew what was going on here. Yeah, suck
Amazing.
it, Sean Ross Sapp. He's in a bad mood because the Bengals. Ooh.
They got run over by the Jets.
They didn't get run over because
I didn't watch. I don't know. I just saw Denise and Sean. Denise was trying to rub it in. Sean's like, "Yeah, man, our team sucks. What do you want from me?"
It's far worse. Like, it wouldn't have been good if the Jets had like beat them by 30. Like, that's obviously not good. But the Bengals being up big and then losing in the fourth quarter is far worse. Like, that's a way worse loss. I'll take getting blown out. Like, the Panthers got blown out, whatever. I'll take getting blown out. If you like are in a position to win and you're facing a team that has 0 wins, like, you got to win that game. And they lost it. Very funny is, like, Denise posted some video, and we're driving back from trick-or-treating last night, and the wife's in the passenger seat, and all I hear in the passenger seat, Kids are in the car, trying to listen to Taylor with the kids in the car and everything. All I hear from the message is, fuck Sean Ross Sapp. And I'm like, baby, you gotta turn the phone down. Kids don't need to hear this kind of language. I don't think they were paying any attention, but that's all I heard. And she's just cracking up listening to Denise's video. But I just heard, fuck Sean Ross Sapp. I messaged Denise. I was like, we're in the car. I'm trying to listen to Taylor, and this is what I hear. And Denise is just like, oh my God, I'm sorry. But she's also cracking up as well. Bless Denise Salcedo.
Amazing. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I saw that they lost by 1 point. I went and checked the scores. Whoopsie.
Yeah, one point, like, fine, but like the manner in way you lose by 1 point is far worse than just losing by 1 point. If you lose by again, still not good. The Jets have 0 wins. You got to beat that team. But if you lose by 1 point, that sucks. If you blow a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter at home to a winless team and lose by 1 point, that's grounds for dismissal for some people.
Amazing. Oh God, I can't believe it's gonna be. They're all gonna walk up to a big old poker game in an underground location. You know the dealer's gonna be Triple H. Are you
probably ready? He's got to put himself in this video somewhere. You know what they should do? You know what they should do? It's all of them around the table, poker table, craps table, whatever. And then it shows Triple H because he's the big star of this whole thing. And he goes, are you ready? And then it shows all of them. And he goes, I said, are you ready? And they're all like nodding, like, yes, Triple H, we are ready. He's like, are you ready to go double or nothing? And then it shows Cody Rhodes on there. And Cody's just
a little
like,
smirk across.
Yeah. Cody just gives like a little smirk. Yeah. And that's it. That's the whole venue. And then WrestleMania 42. Las Vegas.
Double or nothing. It's gonna be so bad. And then you know what's funny is they're gonna do one for Stand and Deliver, and it's gonna be like all the NXT children going to the fair, and because they're kids, and it's gonna be Shawn Michaels manning the booth and be like, all right, everybody in, get tight. Are you ready? Yay, Papa!
Vignette's gonna suck.
Shit's amazing.
This sucks. They should have played it off that it was a return, that it was Escobar or something, man. Like, call an audible here. All right? Just call an audible. Change the play at the line of scrimmage and get something, run something else here.
What's amazing is like it's on a Sunday, and we all should know better because they ain't doing this stuff on a Sunday. They know football's on. They know people aren't paying attention. They're like, look at me over here. We have something, and we should all know by now what this is.
Well, yeah, that's why when we woke up this morning, I was like, yeah, this is nothing. It seemed like it might be something, and it's just nothing. At least it's not Austin Theory.
Well, it could be. It could still be Austin Theory. He's actually going to be the dealer. It's going to be Triple H. Like, what are you doing here? Okay, take my job.
This sounds terrible. Knock it off.
It's funny because I had a different thumbnail. Like I literally had set up a different one, and I was like, oh, the stupid shoes. Like, people are going to be asking about the stupid shoes. Like originally it was this. It was going to be about Drew McIntyre not looking like a big old bitch, but you know, I was like,
what's going to happen?
Well, yeah, that's the thing, right? It was making the argument that it's time to put Drew McIntyre, you know, on top, but no, instead we got to do shoes. So, Jeremy,
have to.
We've figured it out. The mystery has been closed, and so I say,
they should roll. They should suck. They should suck.
Shoes.
I still don't get it.
Oh, you have to go back and watch it later.
I at least like can hear it better that he or she is saying these shoes rule, these shoes suck. At first I thought it was something about Raw. Like I thought the first line was something about Raw, and then it was Raw sucks, which factual.
It's also a factual statement. Yeah. So here we go. Oh my gosh. You want to talk about Halloween Havoc for a few minutes? You want to talk about things that weren't that great either?
What do you mean it wasn't that great? Where's your line of it was fine show, fine match?
there wasn't much.
Match was fine. Show was fine.
You know what it was? The problem is I'm about to talk about Booker T, and I know how you feel, how much you love him.
What the hell? Oh man,
he's doing the stupid like Day of the Dead, Day of the Dead.
He rules.
Day of the Dead. What are you talking?
He rules.
Oh,
I gotta pop my dick, man.
he's on like double secret probation because of that line. He just makes himself even worse. He was especially bad. I don't know what got into him. Probably a lot of booze. Oh my God. Just everything he said was more nonsensical than the last.
I will.
Nick, it would have been funny. Instead, I got Day of the Dead, Day of the Dead. As he's setting up moves every time. It's like ask him a question, and the answer is like ask him question A to answer B, and he's giving you answer 17. And it's like Booker, the fuck.
I will not hear any Booker T slander. He rules.
There will be a time when I transcribe just some of the ridiculous shit, and I do it sometimes on Tuesdays because I can like maybe take it. I'm going to do an entire pay-per-view where he says just shit, where he talks, and I'm gonna bring a list. I will bring receipts. I swear to God, if I ever get a Booker T interview, I'm just gonna be like, explain literally all of this. Bring him a white. It's gonna be like a whiteboard, it's not even a whiteboard. Jericho doing the 1,000 moves of Jericho, and he just puts down the big piece of paper. I'm just gonna give him a big script roll and be like, read these and explain them to me in very, very good detail because I can't take this anymore. Lazy.
It's so good. It's so good.
And again, we know why he's there. I've said this
To be awesome,
times.
and he nails it every single time.
He's there because they want him pissing from in out instead of out in, because on his podcast before he was hired, he was taking so much shit to the NXT roster. He was saying such ridiculous shit. And instead they were like, hey, you want some money so you don't talk shit about our people? And he's like, oh yeah, man.
I respect it. Get your bag, Booker. Get it.
I'm a fan of getting your bag, but eventually it just gets, the bag needs to be popped open and he needs to leave. Not everyone deserves the bag, contrary to popular belief.
Nah.
Some people are ready to go away.
Nah, he rules. No Booker T slander on this show.
Had Sean Ross Sapp being like, I like Booker T on commentary. I'm like,
Sean gets it. Sean knows.
Why you never won the Fightful Championship, Sean.
Sean gets it. What the hell? That one pops me so much now.
So it's just awful.
Nah, it rules. It rules.
There wasn't anything amazing. Micah Saley, Black Snow.
Black Snow. I'm Black Snow.
His TNA run was so bad. Actually, it wasn't, because he did that's where he realized I could do commentary, but the problem was he was doing commentary as a wrestler, as a gimmick.
Yeah, that
now
ruled too.
Now he's just doing commentary as a gimmick, and it's the worst because he ain't gonna wrestle anybody that he talks shit about. It's so bad.
That ruled as well. Booker's fantastic.
No,
Again,
he's not.
No Booker T. It's like, I don't care about his wrestling opinions. Like, whatever. He wants to bury AEW and be like, I think this is stupid, even though I don't want. Like, who cares?
Jade, you gotta understand, Jade Cargill just left AEW.
Yeah. Who cares about his dumb wrestling opinions? But for commentary, he's hilarious. Because, like, I think he's watching a different show, and that's what rules. Like, Booker is watching NXT as someone who has never seen this show, even though he's there every single week. He has no idea what's happening on this show, which fair. They do a lot of stuff there. It's like, how could you possibly keep up with all of it? But that's how Booker is watching the show. Like, he doesn't know anybody. He has no idea what the storylines are. He has no idea what the moves are or anything. He's just out there just to say some shit, and it rules.
We need a camera trained on Booker T, and it's literally just going to be him, from the top down. It's going to be him just like on his phone, just like, Book, have you ever seen something like this? And he's on DoorDash ordering his food. Oh yeah, man! And he's looking at
He's done that before.
Cacciatore from Chili's. And he's just oh yeah, man! I need one of these.
Dude, he doesn't care at all. That's what rules too.
I gotta pop my dick, man. And he
What? Like,
mac and cheese poppers.
they ain't like firing him or anything. He just
No,
goes out
God,
there,
no.
does whatever he wants, and then that's it.
They're giving
It's
him
a
raise.
sweet gig.
He's
it's a-
Homer Simpson with Frank Grimes.
It's a great gig, man. Like, I got no choice but to respect it. It's fantastic.
You can, by the way, you can not give it to them. You do not have to.
No, I'm giving it to him. For
You do
Booker
not,
T.
under any circumstance, have to give it to Booker
No,
T.
I am. Oh yeah, man. What the hell?
Oh my God. Javon Evans and Leon Slater, they beat Mr. Iguana and La Parca. This match was, I can't even tell you it was fine because I don't think it was that great. I think there were a lot of just miscommunications issues, and that part kind of sucked for two teams that, like, especially Javon and Slater, who have been on hot streaks. Just to watch that kind of fall apart a few times. They tried to do a lot of high spots and tried to do, it was like 4 guys trying to do Mexican lucha, but doing it in the US, and 2 guys aren't usual lucha guys. So it got a little messy at times. I think I expected better. That's all from these 4. But like, the match was okay. I had higher expectations.
I mean, fair. It was fine.
That sounds familiar.
I felt bad that Mr. Iguana didn't catch Layeska on his dive to the outside. It looked like he like batted him down. I was like, why are you treating Layeska like that?
Second
He missed
fiddle,
the
baby.
catch. Yeah,
It was
unfortunate.
he knows who the real star is. It's Iguana. Anyway. Day of the Dead match is exactly like we talked
Day of the Dead. Oh yeah, man.
Day of the Dead, Day of the Dead, Day of the Dead. Are you building to, are you gonna orgasm? What are you doing? So
Well, I mean, that's what Booker does. So,
that's true.
yeah.
Ethan Page retains the North American Championship, and again, like, this was a good storytelling match, but it was a plunder match. Like, it was fine, and when you get a guy like Ethan Page, you know it's going to be a well worked match. And I thought that 3G, Dr. Wagner Jr. 3G was really strong in here and playing up the Halloween Havoc 97 stuff, the mask ripping and the attire choice. Like, the storytelling in the match made sense. It was probably one of the better matches of the night from a storytelling standpoint. So Ethan Page rolls on, and now I think, Wagner's doing, he's defending his cruiserweight title against, who was it? Vikingo in AAA next. So it's not like they're doing a 1-on-1. So either way, Ethan Page retains. Time to move on to the next thing, right?
I mean, not in WWE. I just assume he'll face Dr. Wagner on Tuesday for some reason.
Got to put him in the Gold Rush tournament in a couple of weeks.
I think they might actually face he might face Mr. Iguana because they're doing Ethan and Chelsea against Iguana and Hydra because they're the AAA mixed tag champions. They're doing that match pretty soon. So we might see Ethan against Mr. Iguana soon.
Okay. Let's see where that goes. Iguana going after the North American title.
Oh yeah, man.
They're gonna make a little belt for Layeska.
Oh, that would rule, actually.
Listen, man, a few years ago, I was talking about how they can cash in on the Lily doll by having her wear little tag team championship belts or little women's tag team championship belts. Not Little Women, the book, but Little Women, a Little Woman size title belt. You can make so much money on those little belts that you sell. Just put them in there. Layeska with the North American title belt.
Yeah, they would sell a
They would
lot on there.
Probably jack up the price 50%.
Yeah, I mean, that's what they do.
Blake Monroe beats Zarya. This is what happens when you call something that's going to happen, and that is that Sol Ruca is actually not totally fine. I think the story really is that she's more fine than they give her credit for. They're trying to play it off as some big injury, but she's taking bumps out on the side. She's out there for the match. Sol Ruca is very clearly just like hurt, but not down and out. She's clearly coming back for something. Zarya does not defend the title successfully. Blake Monroe is a new NXT Women's North American champion. Serviceable match. I think Blake Monroe being the champion makes sense. And time to move on with Zarya and Sol Ruca. And I need Zarya to be the one who turns on Sol, not the other way around. I know the feeling is, you lost my title, I'm pissed at you, but it should be Zarya being like, we wouldn't be in this if you weren't so weak in the first place. It could be as easy as that. And it's, if you're going to make someone go heel, the most obvious answer in this case really should be the one you go with. And that's having Zarya be that badass. Sol Ruca doesn't need to try to be a heel. I know that you did it. You hit it really out of the park once with Roxanne Perez, but I feel like if you're going to do it, just do Zarya as the heel. Just get into it.
Now I'm with you. I said as much beforehand of Zarya is a better fit as the heel, which means they will make Sol the heel. It's just Zarya attacking her, beating her with the crutch, whatever you want to do, and that's the turn. You don't need to turn Sol out of this. If you were going to turn Sol, I guess that Saturday would have been the time. I thought the little spot where she pushed her into the ring post to pop her shoulder back in was kind of clever.
It's cute.
But, yeah. The match was fine.
Serviceable. That's why you use serviceable instead of fine. Tatum Paxley captured the NXT Women's Championship. She beats JC Jane. Everybody comes out, gets knocked out, gets thrown to the back. They come back out. It's a big schmoz. Tatum Paxley gets the win doing she calls it Nightmare Drive, but wasn't that the lightning spiral at one point that Trey did, and he did that for somebody else from
it Nightmare Drive? Cemetery Drive.
Cemetery Drive. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. Cemetery Drive's the name of the move. Yeah, so she does that, and that's what she gets the win with. And I'm pretty sure it's a variation on that other move, the lightning driver or whatever it's called. Anyway, Tatum Paxley getting the win was, I know she was an underdog for the betters, but for what you watched on Tuesday, it kind of felt like that's the way they were going, because JC Jane stood tall, took out Tatum, made her look stupid. And while in wrestling, when the underdog is made to look stupid on the go home, 9 times out of 10 it's going to be the underdog gets the victory, and she did. And it feels like it's all in service of Izzy Dame. It is what it is. Taking out Paxley, and we move on to whatever that's going to look like.
Yeah, I like this match. I thought this was a good match, and we'll see what Tatum does with the title. It feels like maybe Fatal Influence call up. I don't know. I don't know what's left for them on this brand. I never liked JC Jane's the most beatable champion, because I don't think that did any service to whoever was going to eventually beat her. And they should have.
Jose's got it in the chat. He's like labeled as the most beatable champion and gets beat by someone that everyone thought was the most beatable challenger.
Yeah. It's not great. That's such a dumb label to give your champion. Like, yeah, our champion sucks and is the most beatable champion. And then so when she wins, now everybody else is just beatable. It's just dumb. Like, don't call your champions beatable. You want to call them underdogs, which I don't think works as a heel anyway. Like, oh, this underdog champion. Like, you can tell it as a babyface, but they're the champion. Calling them beatable is just stupid. Because then it just makes everybody else look weak.
I can't remember who it was. It may have been SP3, or it may have been Pulowski who pointed this out on socials. So maybe it was SP3. I don't know who it was, but I saw someone point this out. Tatum Paxley had not won a singles match in over a year before this. There you go. And Matthew, I had heard that otherwise, and I just looked over to see it. So regardless, you brought it up here, and I appreciate that. But yes, her not winning, and then she won a spooky dookie.
Yeah, she won a battle royal
to get here. Other than that, it was just, my hope is that they have a plan for Tatum. My expectation is that they don't. Good for her. Honestly, there are people who were, very much cheering for Tatum from the backstage element, because she has been very well received there. And again, she's gotten over with the crowd in a way that is organic. And that is something that you cannot put past anybody in wrestling. When you get the cheers or the reactions that are organic, that is amazing. You need that in wrestling. So for Tatum Paxley to be walking out with the championship and people are excited for that, I like that. I'm nervous as to how they treat her title reign. Could be very much transitional, or it could turn into something even bigger given whatever story they want to tell with it. So again, I'm on the fence. Happy for the victory, happy for the change. Could have been done better, should have been done better in terms of building up an opponent. But if this turns into Tatum building into a challenge, or building into a champion that is credible, I think there's merit to that story. You have someone who won the title, had some help doing it. Now she's got to stand on her own. And eventually, through her title defenses, assuming she is successful throughout, and you want to build a credible women's wrestler out of Tatum Paxley in this title reign, this is one of those the title can make the champion type of stories, where eventually she gets so many wins, she's not just eking them out, but she's becoming more and more dominant, that you're building a challenger out of this, or you're building a champion out of this, I should say. we'll see. That's how I would do it, but I'm not the one booking, unfortunately.
She's gonna lose to Izzy Dame at the
So
next
fast.
show because they're just feels like they're just gonna put this title on Izzy, because it did seem like Izzy was aiming for Tatum and they like tried to play it off and everything, and it just feels like they're gonna turn on Tatum. Maybe Lyra will come in and save Tatum.
Who did Izzy join up with when she came back? Remember, she showed up and that's when the "is what it is" thing started. It was a cage match, and she aligned herself with someone. And I want to say it was Fallon.
Was she on the Family?
Wasn't
she with the Family and then she turned on them?
Was it that? I feel like someone in the chat's got to know. Someone's got to be more in it than I am. Izzy Dame returns to NXT. Let's see if that prompts anything. It's gonna suck. I'm not gonna find anything other than last night. Everyone's expecting her to turn.
Yeah.
Oh man, NXT cage match, because I know it was a cage match. That much I remember.
It was the cage. The cage. She didn't wrestle in a cage.
No, she came back during a cage match.
Yeah, that was Spears and D'Angelo, was it not?
Maybe it was. Kiana James, with help from Izzy Dames, defeats Roxanne Perez. It's 2023 at Deadline. Okay,
I don't remember this at all.
This is Izzy. Izzy was with. No, I'm talking about the initial show up. When she showed up, she joined with Kiana James. Defeats Roxanne Perez inside a steel cage at Deadline.
Okay,
there you go. That's what it was.
I was still technically correct, but
you're all
incorrect on years.
The timing was off, but the idea was there. So yes, everyone, you all get a point. But what I was talking about was the cage match where Izzy showed up, and that's where the "it is what it is" gimmick started. Because watch when she comes back, she closes the door on Roxanne's face, and then she just screams over and over again, "It is what it is," and we're just like, shut the fuck up.
No, that kind of rules, actually.
No, it's so bad. Please don't.
No, that actually kind of rules.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, that's we'll see where it goes. Like SP3 saying, back-to-back Fluke champions is a choice. I said it earlier, I'll say it again. If this is a story that they turn into Tatum becoming a credible champion by having challengers that she beats and gets more and more strong on the way, then I can see this being a win for a title match, or for a title, and a win for the champion itself. We'll see. I don't have as much faith in what I'm saying as much as I do what I'd like to see. It'll probably be Izzy Dame winning immediately.
Yeah, I think Izzy's just going to win it pretty quickly.
It is what it is. Dark State won the NXT tag titles.
Dark State stocks up, baby. Let's go. Dark State stocks are up. Everybody, get them while they're hot right now. Actually, you'll be overpaying right now. You should have got them while they were cheap, but they are up, and we are happy to have the most stock in the Dark State here on In the Weeds. Oh, this is a good match. Yeah, the Hardys, man, bless these dudes.
The Hardys doing what they do.
Yeah, bless the Hardys. They were like, we just worked we can work a little bit of a faster pace with these guys than we could a couple weeks ago. And they went out there and they tried to make Dark State look as good as they could make them look in 2025. And I thought they did a good job. Bless the Hardys.
It was 2 against 4. Nobody saved the Hardys.
They should have said Joe Hendry's name or some shit. That works.
They specifically told Javon Evans and Leon Slater, do not help us.
That's their own damn fault. They knew what the deal was. They were gonna. It's a no DQ match. Why wouldn't they have the other two out there?
Their match too. It was the match that they called. They called this a broken match. Where was Vanguard 1? Where were the drones? Where was Senior Benjamin? Where was Rebby Hardy to eat up somebody? Because she'd probably just bite off someone's ear.
Maxwell?
Where was the kids?
They could have. Where was Joe Hendry?
Where was Joe Hendry?
We know they can just say his name and he appears. Like, could have easily done all this, but no, it's their own damn fault.
The worst. Dark State winning the tag titles was so expected, and I sat there being like, why? Why did you give them the NXT tag titles before Bound for Glory? That's the dumbest experiment of all. Oh yeah, the Hardys and the Dudleys are gonna go for both sets of developmental tag team titles. Collective age of 278 or whatever the fuck it was. It was not. I'm sorry. The Dark State and Hardy's match was not good. It was in
How
service
dare
of
you.
Brother Nero going through the table again and Matt Hardy getting beat up. Again, it was 4-on-2. It was not a good match. Nobody came to the babyface's aid, even
That's
though
their
they
own
should have.
downfall.
It was, but like they told two guys not to come. There were other babyfaces who could go after Dark State. It was just it was poorly executed.
How dare you?
It was honestly, the match would have been better if you had just done it all in AI at this point.
I like the finish, the Super Doomsday. I like that. And Dark State stocks are up. That is the most important thing. What match quality? Who cares about match quality in WWE? All we care about is championships, baby.
Moments,
and
baby.
Dark State got that championship. That's right. Championships and moments. And they got the championship, and they beat the Hardys in a broken rules match. Dark State stocks up. Sell them off now, because I don't know if they're going to get any hotter. But we're going to hold on to them. We here at In the Weeds, being me, will hold on to them.
Yes. Thank you for holding the stocks for us.
That's right.
Ricky Saints, he defends his NXT championship against Trick Williams, wins the match in what is the most, it was fine, matches I've got to pull out for this. I had to really think hard. If I'm going to give you it was fine type of match, this is the culmination of it was fine that I could give you from the entire weekend of wrestling. And there was a lot of wrestling, and this is the most, it was fine match that I've got for you because it was fine. Ricky Saints retains. Trick Williams looks like a whole ass bitch taking another pinfall. It's time. It's time to move Trick away from all this. It's time. It's been time. After Bound for Glory, that should have been it. It shouldn't have been Trick being like, I want another shot at the NXT title. No, it should have been TNA title's gone. I'm moving on. I'm done. I've done everything I need to do. I applaud Mike Santana. He won. I'm out. Bye. Easy as that we had to do this Saints and Williams. No Obafemi, which was hilarious. He's on
chilling.
The poster. He's just chilling. And then you got Jordan Grace backstage being like, I'm getting a Knockouts title match.
What?
That's
Jordan
a match.
Jordan beat Blake last month.
Yes.
In the cage match. Like, why is she should be going after the NXT Women's Championship. She should be going after the North American Championship now because Blake has it. Why is she just going after the Knockouts title? What are we doing?
It's amazing.
People really like the Velma costume, though.
She pointed that out, too.
Bunch of horny asses online.
No one should be surprised about this. They've got whole Scooby-Doo porns out there. Y'all should be.
You ever watch the Scooby-Doo parody porns?
Oh, Jesus Christ, no. Look, you people are deviants. Sexual deviants. Also, like, let's not pretend like she didn't know. Jordan Grace absolutely knew what was going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, that's the fan base for wrestling, right?
Just the nerdiest deviants imaginable.
Yeah. Like, come on now. Grace has seen the Scooby-Doo parody porn.
Listen, I've called it out when I've watched various things of that nature. What happened? Cam was on the other day.
Yeah.
And he said something. I was in the chat and he mentioned it, and I made reference to understanding what he was talking about. And it was a porn reference for sure. It was a Mike in Brazil. That's what it was. And so, yes, point is, I will call it out when I see it. This was one thing that I did not make any time for.
What's the latest porn you've watched, Joel?
No. Next question.
Come on, answer.
No, we're not doing this here. There are potential employers and sponsors here.
They would love this conversation.
No, this is not Stern. If we get $1 billion to go on another company's company, whatever dime, we'll do it. Not here. We're doing it for free.
All right. Are you gonna yell at me if I answer the question? I
mean, it's up to you, but someone stumbles upon this, like your kids one day.
Oh, I don't care. They can whatever. I don't care if they stumble upon this. And
okay, Jules is like, Fightful has Blue Chew as a sponsor. Yeah. Fightful does. Overbooked ain't got shit, and there's probably a reason for some of that. Come on,
we can get it. I can tell you.
Talking about what pornos he's watching on the Raw post show.
The last porn I watched was on June 22nd, 2025. when the Oklahoma City Thunder
Oh,
won the NBA championship. That was porn, baby.
Jesus Christ. Well, that's a short. Oh my God. Anyway, someone had mentioned Trick going and doing the United States Open Challenge. I don't want that for Trick because we just got a new champion. And I don't want Trick just going up to Maine and losing to Ilya Dragunov. It's bad enough that on Friday he had new spooky woman-led Aleister Black with his wife, oh, I'm gonna come up from the smoke all smoky sexy. Look at me. Like, what are we doing? Anyway, Aleister Black loses because he's a big old loser, and Ilya Dragunov beats him.
Sure.
Ilya Dragunov. It's fine.
I like Dragunov. That was a good match. I enjoyed that.
Was it? Okay, so something people are gonna be like, he really is a whole ass hater today. Maybe I am. Maybe I had a really shitty weekend and I'm just
you're not a fan of the Aleister Black though.
No, I'm not. Or Zelina for multitudes of reasons. They don't do it for me. He did for a long time, but now it's gotten old hat in my opinion. But find someone who loves you like Joel hates Malachi Black. It's actually, you know what? I'm not knocking Black here. I actually have to knock Ilya Dragunov because there were multiple points in the match where instead of going to hit his moves, he was going to the crowd and he was doing the lucha thing where he was trying to get the crowd to react to what he was about to do. And as a result, it gave Aleister Black way too much time to basically to counter whatever it was. So the Torpedo Moscow, the first time coming out of the corner, he had spent a solid 10 seconds trying to get the crowd into it. And for that, I'm sitting there like, no, hit the move. Don't try to bulk up to it. Like, don't try to hulk up to it. Hit the move. You're trying. There's a sense of urgency that is lacking from a match like that. And that's kind of where I'm coming from. It could have been better. So that's where my critique was. It was just, we spent a lot of time playing to the audience instead of playing to the fight.
They should be playing to the audience. Care about the fight. The crowd matters more than the fight. We need more people who try to just play to the audience instead of just move after move after move after move. Give some, fire up. Now, can you do it too much? Sure. But I'll use this as an example. Hangman and Joe. Hangman hits the first buckshot. He goes for the second. He's like telling the crowd, like, come on. And then he hits the second one and knocks down Joe. Like, instead of just hitting the move at me, it's like, no, get the crowd on your side. Get fired up on that stuff and then hit the move. Like, I got no problem with them playing up the audience and trying to get the audience on their side, because I don't think enough people quite do that. That's what it's all about, right, Joel? That's what all these old wrestlers tell you about. It's like too many people just do a move after move after move after move, and they don't let stuff breathe, and they don't like get the audience into it because everybody just gets a "this is awesome" chant instead of trying to connect with the audience. I didn't mind that.
I think we went back to I think Bound for Glory ruined what could be for fast-paced wrestling and getting a crowd involved, because I think what Javon and Leon Slater did together at Bound for Glory was, I don't want to call it like it's a masterclass, but I thought it was actually a really good example of what high-flying, fast-paced wrestling can be to get a crowd in, not just interested in the moves, but interested in the story between the moves. And I think those two guys spent a lot of time getting the crowd invested in the short periods in between and not elongating the build to get to a move, which would inevitably become some sort of, counter to the move. That's kind of maybe where I've been ruined, but I just expected Dragunov to be a little faster paced in his movement for stuff like this. And again, these are just parts of the match. This isn't the whole of the match. Time and a place, right? That's what people like to talk about in wrestling, time and a place. To me, it felt like there were too many points where you were taking the time to wait for the crowd to pick up what you're trying to put down. And that's where you lose me. I don't need him to go 100 miles an hour the whole match through. I want him to pick his spots as to where he does it. And it felt like he just didn't pick the right spots, at least while I was watching.
There's a balance. Like, you don't want to overplay to the crowd. You also need a heel who plays off of that and does a little peacocking to the crowd. So when the babyface can get the comeuppance and punish the heel for that, and then the babyface can further get the crowd on his side. So there's definitely a balance on these things, and Ilya just might be looking to kind of strike that balance right now, because we know he can go 100 miles an hour and do all the great moves. But as again, all these wrestlers say, what do you do in between the moves that make people care with these things? And I think Ilya's trying to learn and trying to really strike that balance. And so, being off of a year, probably getting a little bit different direction now with things. We'll see if he continues to do that and if he changes things up with that. I mean, Javon and Leon they're built different. So them being the examples, like, they just kind of get it on a different level, and it helps, especially Javon. I mean, I know he's on the independent scene for a little while, but he's still only like 21 and has been in the WWE system for, I swear, like 2 years already. So he's kind of been doing this. Ilya he's been in the system for a while, but he was on the independent scene for a lot longer, and it started a lot later in NXT, so he wasn't quite doing this as much. And then his main roster run hasn't been very long at all, because he spent most of it injured. So using Javon and Leon, I get what you were going for there, but those are two guys who have gotten it at such a young age that it's tough to put anybody next to them.
Yeah, and again, it comes down, it's time and a place, and maybe it's when I was just watching him do it for Dragunov, it wasn't hitting in a spot where I would have been if I was producing a match.
That's because he was facing Aleister Black.
That's probably because it was put him away. I want to get him off my screen. No, I think I just expected something different. I'm looking at Cage Match, and Javon's first match was February of 24. So he's been in.
It's almost 2 years.
Almost 2 years. It'll be 2 years in a couple months.
Well, that was his first match, but like, when did he actually sign?
Yeah, that's a good point. He worked DPW not too far before that, okay. So like he was working. Like he was. Okay. I feel like he kind of went like straight from one to the other.
I mean, he was on, maybe not television, but he was doing live events pretty quickly, I feel like, as well.
Yeah, I gotta go to page 2. DPW. The end of 23. So he signed like a month later.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, 100 matches since then. Crazy. He's had 100 matches with WWE since starting.
Yeah.
Cool. Good for him, man. He's special talent. It's gonna be a long time for him if he decides that wrestling is where he wants to stay for the rest of his life. And it definitely has the reason to do it. Him and Leon Slater are the guys in this company, in this business, if you ask me. I think they're both very talented. I know I'm not the only person to say that. What else? Was there anything else on SmackDown that was really like Cody and Drew are going to do it again? We talked about that. Jade turned. Dragunov did the thing.
All these losers.
Losers.
Nakamura and Phoenix, a couple of losers.
They're gonna get the next tag title shot, and they're gonna beat the Wyatts on November 6th, 7th.
6, 7.
Shut the fuck.
Hey, how you doing, fellow young kids?
Shut up, chat. I know what you're thinking.
April, May, June.
That's right. That's our meme, damn it. Everyone else stay away. Oh man. Yeah, that's what I'm expecting. Unless, listen, the Wyatts showed up at AAA this weekend, so they're definitely doing something there. But I think as of spooky season on Friday, the countdown is on for them to drop those titles. I need them to drop them at Saturday night's main event. Make the match. Make it. People have been asking, by the way, why is this?
Nobody's been asking.
People have been asking, why is this such a loaded Saturday night's main event? There's so many title matches. Because it's the first one on Peacock is why. Because it's another one. Yes, they have a new person. They have a new group showing their product, and they want to keep it on.
What do you mean new group? It's been on Peacock.
Saturday night's main event has not. It's been on Peacock simulcast with NBC, but now they keep it on Peacock. Now they need to make Peacock want to keep it.
All right, but it's been on Peacock though. Like this is.
Yeah, but now it's all Peacock. Now they want all the viewership to Peacock.
Sure, but they've kind of had bigger Saturday night's main events. I mean, they've done Cody and Kevin on Saturday night's main event, or they did the contract signing.
Yeah, they did the contract signing.
They did a match on Saturday night's main event. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that was the first one though. That was when they did the classic title.
Yeah. Okay. So,
yeah, but I'm saying they haven't done this. This is what we talked about. You bring it back, you do a big one, and then they all start to suck. It's not until they realize that we have to do something to keep our partners happy that they come back with it.
Okay. I don't think they're like loading this up because it's just on Peacock. I think in their mind, they've always loaded these things up. I mean, they did, the last one was Goldberg's last match. Like, to them, that's a big deal.
That was them trying to counter program another show.
Sure. But again, to them, like, that's a big deal. They did Randy and Drew on that show, but they had Jelly Roll and Logan Paul on it. Like, they had Seth and LA Knight. Like, I feel like they think they always load these things up. Even, I mean, I know people like didn't love this kind of stuff, but Jey Uso and Logan Paul, like, they think for the world title, they think that is a big match. They think Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre in a cage match is a big match. They think just having John Cena is a big match. And what Seth and Braun with Punk and Sammy, like, that's a big match. This just feels like the same. Cody and Drew, world title. Okay, or undisputed title. All right, cool. I mean, we literally just saw this at WrestlePalooza. It's not like this is a first time ever big match. It's like, hey, here's the same match we just did.
He's gonna win. Drew's gonna win this time. It's happening. Anyway.
I mean, he might, like, Punk and it would have been Punk and Seth, but now it's Punk and Jay. Even if you look at Punk and Seth, it's like, oh, this is a big match that we literally saw 4 different times this year in various iterations. Tiffany and Jade, we've already seen 3 different times in different iterations over the past few months. Like, it's not really that loaded of a card. Like, it's a bunch of just kind of matches. Punk and Jay is kind of new, but we just saw them in a triple threat match with LA Knight the other day. Like, it's really not as loaded as these other shows. And I definitely don't think it's like, oh, they're loading this up because it's on Peacock. Like, it's on Peacock. All these shows have been on Peacock. If anything, they should have been working harder on the past shows because they were on NBC and they had more viewership. The Peacock, it's like, well, we can just do throwaway matches here because it's just on Peacock. They got Cena's last match on Peacock. They don't need to load this thing up. You're already getting John Cena's last match on it. They signed, it's like a multi-year deal anyway. Like, this is the platform. I don't think this is we're loading this thing up. It's at least through next year. This deal is.
I don't think that it's a multi-year deal.
All right. Well, it's at least through next year that they're doing all of this stuff. And then after that, like, I don't think they'll be mad if they lose out on Saturday night's main event. I think they'll be mad that they'll lose out on, the platform of Peacock, but they still got NXT on Peacock for the time being. They'll find a new platform. They got so many eggs in different baskets with these things, but no, I don't buy this as like, they're loading it up.
I think that's why they load it up, though, because they want to have eggs in multiple baskets. And if they lose this basket, then it's one less basket they can use.
Okay, but they're not losing this basket for at least another year, right? So
potentially.
I don't think they're going to cut it off. I mean, maybe, but they still have the NXT deal. I think Peacock likes having them. Peacock, it likes just having the content on a Saturday night for now. All these companies, they love just having content. Like, that's what they are. It's like, what kind of content can we have, or what are we paying for it? And like, your definition of loading up, I just ran through it. I was like, is this really loaded up? Like, hey, here's a rematch from last month. Here's another rematch from a couple months ago / weeks ago, and here's a match that we kind of had to book out of necessity because one guy got hurt. Like, I don't look at this as like, this is a super loaded card. It's just like, this is a card that could take place on any random PLE that they could possibly do.
Well, that's the thing. It's because they're loading it up with a bunch of title matches, one of which, yes, is by necessity, but you're guaranteeing at least one title, not change, but a new champion in one of those. And then I think it's pretty fair to say that Jade Cargill is going to win finally in this one. And again, there's credence to Drew winning, but who knows? It's the fact that you're using this particular Saturday night's main event as what could be bigger for you, because it's the first one that you're doing as a solo Peacock broadcast, and that could be important to them because they might want to keep it around for a little while longer past the next year and a couple of months.
All right. I mean, it seems important to them. But I just don't view this as, they've loaded this thing up. I think they want to do their best that they can no matter what the platform is. And sometimes they do actually do that, and seems like lately they failed.
Well, that's a whole other can of worms, isn't it? Anything from Collision we need to touch on before?
What do you want to hate on Collision?
We already did a lot of it. We talked about it. Why is Hook in the number one contendership match? Why are two losing teams in a 4-way for a number one contendership match at Full Gear for the tag titles?
I didn't like that either. I was like, what are we doing this 4-way match?
FTR. Okay, so FTR I can understand because more often than not, FTR are winning. They are perennially in the conversation. For that, I can understand it. The Bucks keep wanting money matches and they keep losing the money matches. So for that, it's like, why is Tony Khan giving them another shot? Because he liked the match so much that they just did on Saturday so that they're in the match? Or, what's the reason? Jet Speed and Jurassic Express. I understand Jurassic Express. They're on a 2-match winning streak. They're back together, blah, blah, blah. And the stuff with Jet Speed is like, they are a young tag team that is getting over. They just won this match. Again, there are very few reasons to accept two of the teams in this match. So I wasn't a big fan of announcing 2 4-ways. It felt like, well, we're doing 1 4-way for the main for the main championship. So we might as well just do another 4-way for the tag titles just to show a little symmetry. I don't know what the thought was there, but it felt a little much for that.
It should be just Jurassic Express getting a title shot. The Young Bucks lost to Jurassic Express at the pay-per-view. FTR penned Jet Speed at the pay-per-view, Saturday or Tailgate Brawl. Well, it was technically on the pay-per-view. The finish was on the pay-per-view. People got very mad about that. So they beat them at the pay-per-view. And then both members of FTR lost to Jet Speed on Collision. By process of elimination, hand the titles or the title match to Jack Perry and Luchasaurus.
Yeah. Let's do it. I keep going back to this. All that money that Luchasaurus and Jack Perry just won. I want Luchasaurus walking into that dealership, walking up to Marco's son, nomming down on those $100 bills and being like, what can we buy with all this money? And Marco's son just being like, oh, I got a lot of different things I can show you here. We want to take a look at it. He's a really fast talker. He's going to show him all the cars because he's a fast talking sales guy. And Jurassic Express are going to walk out with a brand new Jurassic Park Jeep from 1996. Not a white Ford Bronco, you sickos.
You're the one who brought that up last week. So you're the one who said...
I thought someone else in the chat brought that up, and we just went with it.
No, pretty sure that was you saying it was a Ford Bronco last week.
Ford Bronco would be hilarious.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
It's still funny. It's still...
You said that.
I like the idea. And they're going to do Olympia from CMLL. She's going to take on Mercedes next week for the CMLL women's title. That should be fun. It should be a fun match. And, Creative Control Mercedes over here. She's going to retain her CMLL title.
Good.
Yeah, that's fine.
She should retain the title.
Looking forward to the match. I think Olympia had a good showing on Collision. She beat Taya Valkyrie. Don't get me
2-minute match.
It was a 2-minute match. I think it was more she passed the looks test with a lot of people because she's imposing. They had her cut a promo, half English, half Spanish. It was a different character. So I give them the credit of trying to do something with a new character that we don't often see. I think, isn't she in the women's pure title tournament?
No, she lost to Billy Starks.
As she should. New JCW champion. Yeah. Billy Starks. Well deserved. Beat Charles Mason, who also we don't speak poorly of because he's invited us to his house.
He's gonna murder you.
That's what you think. I think he wants to show me his wine collection, his wine cellar.
Right.
Deep in the bowels of his palatial estate.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I think Olympia and Mercedes should be a fun match that gets people interested in Collision next week, which is cool. But it was a taped Collision, so we already knew what was happening. At the same time, they made the backstage stuff matter to a certain degree. I don't care much about the Don Callis family summit that's happening on Wednesday. It's just going to be everyone, taking sides against Konosuke Takeshita, and then Takeshita and Okada. They're going to make up or they're going to kick out one or the other. And I feel like it's more likely that they make up for one last time, and then that'll be moving on from there.
Takeshi and Okada should be beat up everyone in the Don Callis family. It's all swerved to where they align and they are actually friends the whole time. And that was that.
The Alpha Okadas family.
Yeah, okay.
They
don't need to be a family. It should be like two awesome dudes just beating the shit out of each other.
Yeah, well,
Wearing suits, walking.
Although Takeshi doesn't like to wear suits as much as he likes to wear those really big baggy pants.
Yeah, fair. At least to dress comfortable. I respect it.
I do respect it. I kind of wonder, like, can I pull this off? I don't think I could pull it off. I could try.
No,
I still think
you
I would.
couldn't.
No. Oh, well, glad to know that. What else happened on the show? Anything else really big happen? Okay, hold on. I'm going to read this from the AEW website.
Tomohiro Ishii lost.
That's par for the course. Lexi Nair was backstage with Anna Jay and Ty Mello to get their thoughts on being part of the first AEW Women's Tag Team Championship tournament. Jay expressed her excitement that the tournament was finally coming to fruition after building the division for the last 5 years, but before Mello could speak, a new team showed up to interrupt. It was... She's still doing this. The girl with the shiniest wizard, Nixon Newell. That's the thing, by the way. It's the girl with the shiny. What is the shiniest wizard? That your knees are both. Anyway, not getting into that. And the Lucha Baddie Miranda Alizé. I'm, by the way, reading this verbatim from AllEliteWrestling.com, who said they are one of the best teams on the independents, so they have come to where the best wrestle. Mello said it was rude. They would like a challenge, so if they want to fight, they got one. Newell sarcastically said, "Perfect. I'm so scared," and she and Alizé left the scene. And then after, this is me adding afterwards, Ty Mello said something about they were so rude. So, and then she was like, "I'm going to fight them or bite them or something."
What is your point?
Just wanted to read what AEW posted about it.
I want to Tom Aspinall my ears in you trying to believe this is a singles match.
Oh, it's like me listening to Booker T on commentary. It's oral terrorism.
It's a tag match. I'm going to tweet Tony Khan right now and ask him to announce this fucking tag match so we all can use the hashtag Joel is wrong and Joel hates AEW.
I mean, let's not go too far with this.
Hello, Tony Khan. Can you please announce Ty J versus Alizé /
Newell, just Newell.
No, but I was trying to, keep the rhyming going.
Not so well.
Can you please announce Ty J versus Alizé and Newell for whatever show it's on, for Collision / Dynamite? Some people,
you gotta get Dynamite Fright Night Dynamite. He's not going to answer you if you don't use the actual names for the shows.
Some people believe it's going to be a singles match and not a tag match. We need to set these people straight. Thanks.
Set these people straight. Jesus Christ. And it is Ty J. It's not Tay J. You think it would be Tay J, but no, it's Ty J.
No, listen to the theme song. Ty J, fight. It's Ty J.
Mello said she's going to get burned. She's playing with fire. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it was very hokey.
The shiniest wizard thing is just like she has the coolest looking
knee braces.
Shiny wizard. Shining wizard.
Her knee braces because she fucked up both her knees in wrestling. That's the thing is I wish I like Nixon Newell. I like Tegan Knox. I wish she would come up with something different, because showing out that your knees are both fucked up and you wear braces and be like, I have the shiniest wizard. All right, what is you knock people out with them? What's the point with this? What is the shiniest wizard?
She should be. Remember when Chris Jericho was like, "I'm a wizard"? That's what Nixon should be. But like really shiny, like just all in like sparkles and everything. She should be like a super shiny wizard and like cast spells on people. It'd be far more entertaining than whatever she's attempting to do now.
But she's been attempting it for months.
She's doing like this thing. She always does like that, I think, right?
It's a rock and roll thing, I think.
Yeah. And Nixon Newell's fine. Like,
she is. I just wish that she had a better gimmick than the one she's given herself.
I'm giving her a better gimmick. She's the shiniest wizard. Literally.
I would love her to be an actual wizard, Harry, but no, that's not what we get. Instead, we get whatever this is. Monday Night Raw tonight from the Honda Center in Anaheim. Let's go Ducks. 8 p.m. Eastern on Netflix.
Oh.
That's where you should watch it. CM Punk and Jey Uso are face to face. Yates.
That sounds terrible.
Roxanne Perez versus Nikki Bella.
Hell yeah, Nikki Sawa against Roxanne Perez. Looking forward to that one.
Roxanne, I'm sure, is very much looking forward to this match. I'm not being facetious. I'm sure she's looking forward to it. Women's tag team titles. Where's Alexa Bliss Gamer? I know you're here. I'll wait for you.
You just say his name and he appears.
He appears. Alexa Bliss Gamer is here, right?
Or she. I actually don't know if Alexa Bliss Gamer is.
Pretty sure we've done this before. Anyway, Al has a convenience versus Bailey and Lyra. That is the birthday present to Lyra Valkyria for her birthday. Oh, thank you. That was a good yeet. Appreciate you.
Okay, it's a yeet. All right.
Right now we know. Listen, it's wrestling. Most people are going to be, but it's nice to know for sure.
Yeah.
When there are like I say, friends beyond the binary and women who are in our chat, we appreciate them too. It's a safe space. I think our people are respectful, and if they're not, we set them straight.
Alexa Bliss Gamer is my favorite person in the chat because you know what you're getting out of Alexa Bliss Gamer. There's no hidden agenda. There's no like downswings or anything. You know what you're getting. Like consistency. Consistency matters, and there's no one more consistent than Alexa Bliss Gamer.
The crash outs are amazing, but it's only when Alexa Bliss loses a match. That's it.
I respect the consistency. So Alexa Bliss Gamer shows up, drops 25, dishes out a couple assists, grabs a couple boards. You know what you're getting. You're not going to get like a bad game out of them. You might not get like the 40-point game or anything, but just a solid 25 every single time. And that counts for something.
What's the saying? You want 25, I'll give you 25. You want 50, I'll give you 25.
Yeah, that's running backs would say that a lot of times. Like you need 3 yards, I'll get you 5. You need 10 yards, I'll get you 5.
Same thing. All reliable. Intercontinental Championship #1 contenders match, Penta versus Rusev. I'm sure this will end in a DQ, and we will have some sort of triple threat for Saturday night's main event for the Intercontinental title.
Yeah, sure.
That is Monday Night Raw tonight from the Honda Center. And Santos Escobar will make his triumphant return along with that weird WrestleMania 42 promo video that everyone's going to be really upset to find out what it
Double or nothing. WrestleMania 42, double or nothing.
So that little grin on Cody Rhodes' face. Are you ready to go? Double or nothing.
Cody smirk.
So excited. It's not even going to be Cody. It's going to be the dog. The dog's at the table with him for some reason. All right. Anything to plug?
Never. What did we accomplish today, Joel?
We accomplished that shoes make the mystery, and the mystery is a WrestleMania promotional video that you should never get hyped for because it's just going to happen. It's Cody Rhodes' time to lose the title to Drew McIntyre. Jade Cargill doesn't deserve anything. She just became a badass and decided to get another title shot. And Halloween Havoc was fine.
I think the biggest thing we accomplished today is that Joel does not pay attention to the backstage segments and just makes it up as he goes.
Yes, and if it turns out to be a singles match, y'all are gonna look real silly.
It's not. I'm getting to the bottom of this. I've tweeted the Tony Khan. He sometimes replies to me, and we will see if we can get a reply out of Tony to get this match announced.
Needs all that money. Anyway.
The Jags didn't play this weekend, so like he has time on his hands.
He's just hanging out.
Yeah, he's chilling.
Thinking of wrestling stories that can make people confused. This is one of them.
Yeah, he's not doing anything important.
I'm not eating a Snickers. I had breakfast before I started the show. All right. Back tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern. I believe we have a guest at 10:30 in the morning tomorrow.
Yeah, scheduled to be joined by, I hate promoting guests because they might not show up, but Eric Stevens is scheduled to join us. He you might know him from ROH in the 2000s, the early years of ROH, and then he retired, and he's recently come back. It's been a while since, it's been a few months since he's been back, but he wrestled Roddy. Him and Roddy renewed their decades-long rivalry at DPW this past weekend. So we're gonna talk to Eric about wrestling. Sadly,
And cookies. You better be asking them about cookies.
we'll ask about. Are you doing the show tomorrow? What's the deal?
I think I'm going to come in for hour 2 because we actually have a bonus interview that I think people really should be excited for. Start telling your friends. I know Jeremy also doesn't like plugging things just in case things fall through. We have a tentative plan if things do fall through, but as of right now, we are scheduled noon tomorrow. So we're going to go long. Noon tomorrow. Tyler Breeze is scheduled to join us to talk about his upcoming match at Smash Wrestling against Psycho Mike for the Smash Wrestling Championship. And of course, it's Breeze. So we'll talk to him about literally all the other things that he does. He recently made his return to WWE on camera doing NXT Homecoming. We'll talk about that and Ethan Page and all that stuff. Plenty to talk about. So the plan is we'll have Eric Stevens, 10:30 a.m. Eastern, and then we'll have Tyler Breeze at noon Eastern. So y'all want to be watching tomorrow. I'll be in for second hour. I'll come and hang out with y'all, and we'll all have some good times. So for Jeremy Lamberts, you know who he is. You know who I am. I already said who I am, so and you know who he is because I said who he is. Leave a thumbs up on the way out. Ladies and gentlemen, friends beyond the binary. We'll see you in the next one.